Good morning. Welcome to this special Saturday. Let this be a day of love. Let this be a day of growth. Let this be a day of hope. And let this be a beginning of another special weekend. So let's start our beautiful morning with Dixit programming and manifesting and dreaming of our desires. And so it is. Let's go for it. Yes. We are a winner in life. Change your foot and once again. Yes. Each one a winner for life. Each one knows how to live a life and play the game of life. How wonderful. Anju, can I have you as reader for the day, please? If yes, please raise your hand so that Rahul sir can make you the co-host. So today is all about some new beginnings. Today is all about another lifestyle fact that we will get to know from Luke Cotino. Let's see what's coming our way. All right. So how wonderful. Yes. Fact number 51. And this is grow a herb and vegetable garden. So yes, how beautiful. Over to you, Anju.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Number 51. Grow a herb and a vegetable garden. Growing plants and vegetables is an extremely nurturing activity that connects you with nature and the earth. You can even use this time to grow your own microgreens and use them for garnishes or juices. If you live in a city with no access to mud or gardens, make a microbe box. Take a box and fill it with organic mud that's always steaming with microbes and just play with this mud every day for a few minutes. It's such a liberating experience. The smell of the mud connects you with the nature as you run your hands through it. Plus, it's great for your gut as those microbes help feed the good bacteria in your gut, which is why I strongly encourage children and grown ups to play with earth as often as possible. And of course, the healthier your gut is, the more effective your weight loss.
So let's get this very clear that all of us have to now move on to a life of being in the mother nature. We've been soaking in it. We've been going a bit, but if we introduce this in our life, firstly, mother nature is healing. When you're playing with mother nature, which is especially the earth, the soil, the mud, it's really a beautiful therapy. So please go connect. Microgreens are very, very easy to grow in the house. Men can do it, women can do it. You don't need a big structure for this. You just need a couple of trays, a little prep up, and you're sorted. There are a gazillion videos on YouTube for this. Today I'll share some pictures of the microgreens that I had done in my house. You can top your anything with microgreens, salads, your sabjis, your baked beans and toast, anything with microgreens, and they taste yum and they're so nourishing. And please connect back with Mother Nature. Just go there, hug a tree, play with the soil, get little green fingers. Here, I think Kuldeep ji had no green fingers, and all of a sudden he had his own backyard garden and he grew vegetables and stuff. Asmeet keeps sharing. So many people keep sharing. So, but do it yourself. In house, it's being done is different, but if you're doing it, it's so much more beautiful. So please go for it. And thank you, Rahul sir, for showcasing this book. It's time to move on to Ikigai. So very, very important for all of us to realize that Ma Prakriti heals us. If you want to lose weight, you go to Mother Nature. Why? She'll heal you. You have problems, she'll heal you. So if you start going back to your basics, we will definitely go for a much, much, much better life. Rahul sir, are we reading the book? So in the Ikigai, yesterday we were talking about a lot of things, right? Today we're going to be talking about longevity. This is something all of us have heard, been there, done there, everything done there, all. For longevity, of course, Karishma is going to send, I'm waiting for, Karishma, I think you should send the stuff that you've done for us. I don't know how long will Ankita and Ritu take to revert back. So just send what you've done. Maybe then it can come later. So we've done this already. Now we're on page number 89. You've done all of this before. Yes. Yeah, this is fine. So you can turn the page, take it one further. So yeah, these are the people who have lived really long. And one thing is special about them, which they think is special, which has helped them live so long. So Misao was 117 years old. He said, eat and sleep and you live a long time. You have to learn to relax. So one thing which I learned of late is that every time you eat a meal, I learned this about a year ago, you must take this power nap. You must take this power nap after you sleep. So what happens is, turn on your left hand side, your left hand ear is like on the bed, straight down, and do three deep breathing, especially with your stomach. So you're like increasing the activity of fire in your stomach to digest. Then after 2-3 minutes, turn your side, your left ear is covered. So first left is covered, then right is covered. Again, 3 deep breathing. Let your stomach relax, and on your and you lie on your back, and again do the same thrice. You're doing it, 3, 3, 3, and this you're activating your muscles, your gut system to digest your food, and then you just lie down for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. If you have a deep sleep, great, go for it. Sometimes when you're eating and sleeping, why do you need rest? Because after you've eaten, the body has to do a mechanical effort of digesting. But at that time, you're talking on the phone, you're doing some activity, you're walking around, then it is, like there have been people who told us to like walk a bit and then sleep, right? But there are people who immediately go to sleep. I've seen this in Bauji as well, my grandpa. He eats his meal, immediately goes 20 minutes power nap and he's up. And I've always seen him sleeping on the side, and it's such a beneficial thing. So ultimately, it'll help you learn to relax as well. And of course, longevity is going to come. Number 2, Maria says, I've never eaten meat in my life. So yeah, being a vegetarian does help because your body has to work much, much, much lesser to digest that meat that we eat. Next page, please. Now, with this lady, Jian, it's especially very, very beautiful. Why? She says everything is fine. Why does she say everything is fine? So she says she lives in a house, and she, by the way, she was smoking with everything. She was having a great life. She was doing whatever. But her main belief is that everything is okay. This too shall pass. She says, if you look at the last line on page number 93, she says, I see badly, I hear badly, I feel badly, but everything is fine. She can't hear so much, she can't see so much, she can't feel so good because the body is giving up, but everything is fine. So when you have an attitude that you don't let any stress come on to you, you will have a long life. Walter says, if you keep your mind and body busy, you will be around a long time. Yes, that means acceptance and graceful acceptance. Everything is perfect and this is the way life is and I'm okay with it. And Walter's efforts are even more beautiful. Why? He says, keep your mind and body busy. That's the reason why we say do not go for retirement. Take a plan B, plan C with Ikigai, find it and keep doing that. If you don't want to do professional work, all right. Do something that keeps your mind and body busy and you will be around a long time. Hindi में तो कहावत भी है, English में भी है. So empty mind is devil's mind and खाली दिमाग शैतान का दिमाग होता है. So don't get free at all because your mind will start thinking and conjuring up things which are not even there. So please keep busy. So I'm not saying that be so busy, but be busy in things that you like, right? So example, if you say, I'm going to allocate 30 minutes for playing with the mud or walking barefoot. Walking barefoot on grass is also beautiful. We've spoken about this. Connect back to Mother Nature. So even that could be a scheduled thing and that's something you love. Or walking consciously in a park where you're enjoying Mother Nature, hearing it, and not thinking about the thoughts which are going on all the time. So yes, it's very beautiful to do that. Let's turn the page. Alexander says, I just haven't died yet. So, it's like, he never thought he's old enough. He never thought he'd get so old, but he was going on and on and on. Why? I mean, there's no reason for them. He just says, I'm rich with experiences and I just haven't died yet. So because he's rich, he's enjoying, he's not thinking, he's not stressing. So he is. Now we'll talk about Ikigai artists. What are these people up to? These people are absolutely very, 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 very old, very advanced in the ages. And they are all the time about inspiration, all the time about ideas, all the time about bringing energy and some meaning to their lives. These people are carrying a torch of the Ikigai. Instead of retiring, they have this power, the power of sharing the inspiration, the power of finding inspiration in everything every day, the power of taking this inspiration, converting them into ideas, and making their life meaningful, purposeful, beautiful. And they're free, they're creating something. The artist in them is up and about. So, very important for all of us to understand that we are here for a purpose. We are the artists of our life. We are the creative director, producer of our life. So, what are we even compromising? Give it the best. Don't compromise. Just say there's nothing called compromise. I don't even know about this. I live my life to the hilt. Spiritually, I'm growing. Emotionally, I'm growing. Mentally, I'm growing. Intellectually, I'm growing. Physically, I'm growing. I am going reverse aging as well. Start saying stuff to you, and this shall happen. Whatever you say happens. And that's the power of words. Let's turn the page. Never stop learning. So you may grow old and trembling in your anatomies. You may lie awake at night, listening to the disorder of your veins. You may miss your only love. You may see the world about you devastated by evil lunatics, or know your honor trampled in the sewers of baser minds. There's only one thing for it then, to learn. Learn why the world wags and what wags it. That is the only thing which the mind can never exhaust, never alienate, never be tortured by, never fear or distrust, and never dream of regretting. This beautiful thought and para was shared by T.H. White in the book The Once and the Future King. So please never stop learning. Some people you may have heard say, ab kya seekhenge, bahut ab to bade ho gaye. It's never too late to learn. I think Pratima ji and Mom are the eldest in this batch, I think. And they're still learning, right? They're still learning from all of us. There's a guru in all of us, and we're still learning every single day. You need to keep reinventing yourselves. You need to keep affirming to yourself that I'm learning, I'm in this journey, I'm a learner. Start saying that. The way I say I'm a seeker, tomorrow I'll start saying we are a finder. Start saying I'm a learner. The more you learn, the more you grow. The more you learn, the more you become open and receptive, because then there's greater clarity. Then your observation power is becoming better, and you will develop yourself into a much better version of yourself. Remember the competition. There's no competition in the world. It's all about learning. Yes, let's turn the page. So, why do people live a longer life in Japan? Simply because of its robust civil registry. Many of those verified as having lived the longest are found in the US. However, there are many centenarians living in remote villages and other countries. A peaceful life in the countryside seems pretty common among people who watched a century pass. So I'm not saying all of us go to countrysides. No, I'm not saying that. But we can bring the countryside to us. We can develop our own brains. We can develop a peaceful life. We can develop a habit or a lifestyle where we are happy and which is simple. So just enjoy life, but remember one thing. You have to embrace a good lifestyle, which means you have to have a healthy diet. Sometimes junk is great, it's fine, it's all right. But the integrated healthcare system has to be important. You must go for checkups, you must keep it, you have to be accountable for yourself. Nobody else will do it in the world for you. So get that fact. The sense of community is very beautiful. So I kept saying to everyone, make your own Muay, make your own Sangha, like-minded people who are there to accountable for each other. Have group calls, community calls, 6, 7 of you, have calls and just say, what have you done this one week? Plan a day that this is the day we meet at this time, maybe immediately after the session. And this is what have you done? Okay, in this one week, you said you will be doing this week. Kara kya? If suppose if I start saying, if I'm in a Sangha and I start saying, okay, today I'm going to go for 12,000 steps a day and I'm going to track them on my smartwatch. So then if Asmeet is my Sangha Mitra, he'll say, Prachi, kiya kya? Screenshot bhejo. He'll be so accountable. He's like, bhejo. I'm like, nahi kiya, nahi bhejo. This way I know, arey, ye to mujhe kal puchega. I better, okay, let me get up. Let me just do it. So accountability is important. Sangha is important. A sense of oneness is important. And these are the people who will push you in your life. Of course, you have a lot of loved ones in your life who are going to help you in this. But are they resonating at the same vibration that you all are, we all are? That's why I say it's nice to have one of the guides between us and let them be there for throughout the life. Like I spoke about G4's power in Sangha 1, right? They're there for each other, thick and thin. Like right now, there's another G4 in Sangha 2. But their ones exist, right? So what's the harm in us having our people? Whoever we resonate with, go for it. So maybe the BCI community here is here, a couple of us are here. Maybe you can form a Sangha. You know what you're resonating at the business level, what RJ is teaching. Maybe you're resonating what you're the one-to-one learnings and takeaways. Utilize yourself. Make your life purposeful. Just push yourself to the next boundaries. Enjoy the beauty of life. But remember, you also have to do something for society and community and yourself. So be the person who wants to see the change you want to see. So just be it. And I definitely have one wish for this chapter. I always say that. I really wish that one Sangha becomes super centenarians. Next time when they write a book in Ikigai and they probably take it, they'll say the blue zone is also the Sangha Mitras. Wherever in the world they are, they live like centenarians. Why? Because we have such beautiful knowledge coming every morning for us from these fantastic authors for bringing a life change in all of us. So more power to us. So this is what we talked about today. And we'll talk about the other things tomorrow. Today, we'll move on to the power of now. I want to go a little deeper in that book today because it's becoming deeper and deeper. Though sometimes simple, but sometimes it goes off the head. So we'll invest more time in that book of ours. It's a magical book. We're coming to an end, but it'll come to an end only when the course comes to an end. So let's see what's going to come our way in this gorgeous book. Yesterday, when we closed the book, we were talking about space. Now, space is beautiful. Everything around us is space. Within us is space. And we need to give space to each other to grow. Space is the most important element that we have in the 5 elements of Mother Earth. So let's understand this beautiful journey of space. Anju, please read one paragraph. And if I want you to halt in the middle, I'll let you know. Thank you, my dear.
Space. Just as no sound can exist without silence, nothing can exist without nothing, without the empty space that enables it to be. Every physical object or body has come out of nothing, is surrounded by nothing, and will eventually return to nothing. Not only that, but even inside every physical body, there is far more nothing than something. Physicists tell us that the solidity of matter is an illusion. Even seemingly solid matter, including your physical body, is nearly 100% empty space. So vast are the distances between the atoms compared to their size. What is more, even inside every atom, there is mostly empty space. What is left is more like a vibrational frequency than particles of solid matter, more like a musical note. Buddhists have known that for over 2,500 years, form is emptiness and emptiness is form, states the Heart Sutra, one of the best known ancient Buddhist texts. The essence of all things is emptiness.
So let's understand. Space is all there is, whether you know it, whether you don't. Inside, outside, everywhere there's space. But along with the space is the vibrational quality, the frequency. What are you, what are you vibrating at? There is space everywhere around us. In fact, we have been even told that 100% of our body has empty space. And now, what are you filling this empty space with? Positivity, good living, higher frequency, vibrational frequency. What are you resonating with? Understand that. Next paragraph, I'll just read quickly. The unmanifested is not only present in this world as silence, it also pervades the entire physical universe as space, from within and without. This is just as easy to miss as silence. Everybody pays attention to things in space, but who pays attention to space itself? How beautiful. We're trying to find things in space, but how about space? We're trying to find the voice and the meaning in the voice. How about finding that in silence? The sound of silence. How does that feel? Blissful, calm. Now the entire universe has space, right? You all know. These days, a lot of space missions are going on. People are flying. They're buying tickets worth crores and they're flying to space. To see what? Space? Feel it? Do we really need to go there actually? Yeah, I'm sure it's majestic going there between planets and everything. I'm sure it's really mind-boggling. Like I'm a person who always say I believe I live on moon. I don't say I live on any planet Earth. But I love the stars around me. I love the space around me. So please understand, if you want to enjoy space, you can very much right now where you're sitting. So pay attention to the life around you, the silence around you, the space around you. Give yourself space from yourself, which means what? You need to break away from your chatter in your mind. Enjoy the silence, the sound of silence, enjoy the space because you're reinventing yourselves. When you find that space is beautiful, then that the unmanifested energy, which is there so much in abundance in this space, you'll start manifesting it because there'll be eternal oneness. Oh, I am the space. I am in space and there is space in me and we are the space. And then all of a sudden, whatever you want will start coming true. So what is unmanifested? Something which is there but doesn't have a form. What is manifested? It will take a form, a shape. Why? Because we're vibrating. Universe doesn't know English, Hindi, Marwari, Gujarati, Punjabi. It doesn't know all these languages. It knows only vibration. What are you vibrating at? What is your frequency? Is it a happy frequency or is it low frequency? When you give that happy frequency in a high level, everything you want becomes to form. Everything gets a body of its own. The question that was asked to Eckhart was, you seem to be implying that emptiness or nothing is not just nothing, but there is some mysterious quality to it. What is this nothing? Let's turn the page. Anju, please.
You cannot ask such a question. Your mind is trying to make nothing into something. The moment you make it into something, you've missed it. Nothing, space, is the appearance of the unmanifested as an externalized phenomena in a sense perceived world. That's about as much as one can say about it. And even that is kind of a paradox. It cannot become an object of knowledge. You can't do a PhD on nothing. When scientists study space, they usually make it into something and thereby miss its essence entirely. Not surprisingly, the latest theory is that space isn't empty at all, that it is filled with some substance. Once you have a theory, it's not too hard to find an evidence to substantiate it, at least until some other theory comes along. Nothing can only become a portal into the unmanifested for you if you don't try to grasp or understand it.
So, what do we understand from this? The moment you make something into nothing into something, you've missed it because you're not enjoying the space. You're creating something out of it. You're all the time running after things. How about enjoying what you have right now? That's why people say that if you have a car, say you have a Maruti 800 and you want to move on to Alto or a better car or maybe a Esteem or something, you have to first accept the space that you're in. The space where I am is beautiful. Whatever I have here is beautiful. May it be a car, may it be a house, maybe whatever. We are here whole and complete. We are here because we are just one. If we are trying to define something all the time, we're missing the fact of being in the power of now. We're missing the most important quality, which is the space. This book is pulling us back again into the power of now. Hey back, come back, breathe, be alert. It's all about now, not about future, not about the past. So understand this very well. Now, space isn't empty at all. It's another theory that's come up. It's filled with substance. What substance are we talking about? You, the man of substance, you, the woman of substance, who's just there, who makes everything substantial, beautiful from whatever she or he has. Whether you're manifesting, whether you're enjoying, whether you're thankful, whatever it is. So please understand that don't try to substantiate every single thing. Don't try to keep changing every single thing. At times, it's good to even be in the flow. Nothing can only become a portal into the unmanifested for you if you don't try to grasp or understand it. कभी कभी बोलते हैं ना कि इतना मत समझो, like some yesterday Anju I just said that it was heavy because you're trying to understand it, right? Let's not understand it, no. Let's just hear it कि क्या हो रहा है. Like meditation, what's happening? कुछ तो आएगा. जब हमने अपने portals खोले हैं कि जो आएगा बहुत बढ़िया आएगा, it's good for myself, automatically meanings will start unfolding. But if I try to make too much of an effort, my effort will become tough. It'll become like I'll have to keep doing it. And if I don't make an effort, it'll become effortless. So don't try to grasp, don't try to understand too much. Start flowing. Jo aa raha hai sar mathe pe. And remember one thing, be in the flow. We've talked about this in Ikigai also, micro flow. Understand that everything is beautiful. You are beautiful. And we are just manifesting some things and yet we're surrendering. So then we get whatever we desire. Because you're doing the biggest thing of saying gratitude prayer to the universe, that everything is beautiful. Thank you so much. You know the highest best for me, and for the world. So let the magic begin. And so it is. Next question asked was, isn't that what we are doing here? So the answer is, let's read.
Not at all. I am giving you pointers to show you how you can bring the dimension of the unmanifested into your life. We are not trying to understand it. There is nothing to understand. Space has no existence. To exist literally means to stand out. You cannot understand space because it doesn't stand out. Although in itself it has no existence, it enables everything else to exist. Silence has no existence either, nor does the unmanifested. So, can we say that silence is the sound of unmanifested or the dimension? I mean, just a thought it just came.
Yeah. We'll talk about this once we conclude. Right, let's read. Yes.
So, what happens if you withdraw attention from the objects in space and become aware of the space itself? What is the essence of this room? The furniture, pictures, and so on in the room, but they are not the room. The floor, walls, and the ceiling define the boundary of the room, but they are not the room either. So, what is the essence of the room? Space, of course, empty space. There would be no room without it. Since space is nothing, we can say that what is not there is more important than what is there. So become aware of the space that is all around you. Don't think about it, feel it as it were. Pay attention to nothing.
So what have we understood by this paragraph? Space has no existence. What does this mean? Feeling the space or silence is more important than understanding it. Absolutely. Bang on. And now you're not going to stand out. Why? Because space ke bina to nothing is possible. Can you imagine a room with just furniture, 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 no space? How will you sit on it when there's no space? What is more important? Space to find use of some product, right? So now space is the most important. They have literally given a physical example of a room. In your mind, when there is 100% thoughts happening and when there's no space, can you ever grow? When you learn something, there is a space which is making you learn it. So either you're making an effort to learn or it's effortless, but the space in yourself is making you learn. So please be aware of being in the now, aware of finding the timelessness, aware that the silence is beautiful, aware that the space is amazing. Start observing the finer things in life. You just a fly on the wall, see everything around you, and you'll realize how beautiful life is. So let's start observing. Don't think about it, feel it as it were. Pay attention to nothing. So there's no need to pay attention to anything. Let it be. Yes, Anju.
As you do that, a shift in consciousness takes place inside you. Here is why. The inner equivalent to objects in space, such as furniture, walls, and so on, are your mind objects, thoughts, emotions, and objects of the senses. And the inner equivalent of space is the consciousness that enables your mind objects to be, just as the space allows all things to be. So if you withdraw attention from things, objects in space, you automatically withdraw attention from your mind objects as well. In other words, you cannot think and be aware of space or of silence for that matter. By becoming aware of the empty space around you, you simultaneously become aware of the space of no mind, of pure consciousness, the unmanifested. This is how the contemplation of space can become a portal for you.
The day you and I realize that there's just nothing, there's absolutely nothing. No thoughts are coming up. That's when the portals are going to open. That's why they will witness pure consciousness, pure awareness. And that's when we say that we have enlightenment. So we're all inching for it closer. I'm not saying we are there at all, but we're definitely getting there. Very baby steps, but we're getting there. Remember, we are in a world where everything is energy, everything is unmanifested. Now, the minute our consciousness is higher, the minute our awareness is there, life starts to change because we see the finer details. So, but also, don't think too much. Start flowing. Automatically, you will realize all of this. A conscious effort karna padta hai kai baar, that you start seeing space, you start seeing the gaps. That's great. You start seeing the space otherwise, great. But not with too much of effort. Even they should be effortless. Next paragraph will kind of make it more clear, I think.
Space and silence are two aspects of the same thing, the same nothing. They are an externalization of inner space and inner silence, which is stillness, the infinitely creative womb of all existence. Most humans are completely unconscious of this dimension. There is no inner space, no stillness. They are out of balance. In other words, they know the world or they think they do, but they don't know God. They identify exclusively with their own physical and psychological form, unconscious of essence. And because every form is highly unstable, they live in fear. This fear causes a deep misinterpretation of themselves and of other humans, a distortion in their vision of the world.
Next 4 lines too.
If some cosmic convulsion brought about the end of our world, the unmanifested would remain totally unaffected by this. A Course in Miracles expresses this truth poignantly. Nothing real can be threatened, nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God.
What do we construe out of this? I'll try and simplify in case it's not clear. When you have a fear, oh, if this doesn't happen, or it's like this, then comes unhappiness. When there's acceptance that, I am in the right place at the right time for the right reasons, there is a beautiful feeling of oneness, because everything that happens is amazing. If somebody's crossed over also and he or she is a very loved one of us, we are able to accept that very easily. Now, when we are in that juncture, we are completely in balance, because we know that everything is happening in the godly time, or everything is going to happen in the beautiful time. Then we are very, very stable. The minute fears come in, the minute unhappiness comes in, anxiety comes in, humans go off balance. Everything becomes distorted. So right now, start enjoying that beautiful inner space, outer space, inner silence, outer silence, because this will inch you closer to your own life's purpose. And it's not tough at all. Have you all seen, आप लोग 3-4 बार deep breathing करते हैं and you say, okay, so now what's the next thought? We saw it, there was nothing, right? Was it tough to do it? हमने पहली बार उस दिन किया था and there were no thoughts. There are systems. Self-healing is a system. This book is teaching us all of that. Start enjoying it. Now, what's happening if all of us are going to keep that unmanifested energy as it is? Yes, things will still manifest, but why are we doing manifestation? Because as humans, we do have some dreams, some ambitions. And yes, at the moment, we need to feel good about it. So we are manifesting. There will come a time when we will like, oh, jo chahiye tha sab mil gaya. That's when our journey will begin. But agar hum is journey, spiritual journey mein pehle aa jaएं, without fulfilling our human goals, we'll never be able to feel complete, because kuch adhura reh jayega. So hum adhure ko bhi complete kar rahe, fill kar rahe with our manifestation, with increasing our vibration, attracting the people on the same side. Yeah, it does mean, it doesn't mean manifestation 100% Asmeet. People who are spiritual, right? They don't have anything called manifestation. They flow with life. But these are people who are really like monks and everyone else. Why do you think they leave everything? But do you want to become a householder, or do you want to become somebody who's left his family completely? We can't do that, right? We are householders. How can you and I become, oh, काम नहीं करेंगे, अपने आप breath से खाना मिल जाएगा? Can we become that? Can we leave our water, our drinks, or our food, our company, our family, a comfort of our houses? So it sounds great, but we are not yet there. So let's understand that we are here at the moment in a journey where we are learning spirituality, but with the human aspect in it. We're not becoming one with God right now. Time है अभी उसमें. हाँ, अभी जाकर mountains पे तपस्या करने में बहुत time है. I'm not inching anyone there. There will come a time when all of us are grandparents and children are settled. Let me think about it. Abhi time hai. Let's go inch gradually. Lambi life जीनी है, full on purpose. Do you want to come back as humans? I don't. I'm very clear. I'm going to merge with the light. I'm not coming back as a householder ever again. So live life and know now. Yes, how beautiful. Love it, live it, but with the spirituality in place. You know, okay, I'm in the now. I am realizing about the space. I'm going for my silence. I love to meditate. It gives me thera, peace, bliss, and that it's real. Yet I'm ready to learn what's coming my way. That's what we are inching now towards. So yes, please. Please continue.
If you remain in conscious connection with the unmanifested, you value, love, and deeply respect the manifested and every life form in it as an expression of the one life beyond form. You also know that every form is destined to dissolve again, and that ultimately nothing out there matters all that much. You have overcome the world, in the words of Jesus, or as the Buddha put it, you have crossed over to another shore.
So what does it mean by crossed over to another shore? Crossed over terminology we're using for people who've crossed over in the other realm. So they may not live physically, but their souls are always around. You may not see them physically, but you feel them. And why do you feel them? When you accept that, okay, this had to happen and he or she has crossed over. Then that oneness comes. Then you're able to connect also, because then there's oneness. The minute you start challenging, oh, kyun hua mere saath? Oh, ye kya hua? Then you've just lost it. You have overcome, the world says, Christ, or Buddha says you have crossed over to the other shore. When simply you respect the manifested and every life form. So जो है बहुत अच्छा है. मेरे पास एक टूटा फूटा नोकिया फोन है, वो भी बहुत अच्छा है. मेरे पास आईफोन 13 मैंने अभी से आगे लॉन्च भी नहीं, और बहुत अच्छा. You start respecting whatever, wherever, however. And that is when you're going to be inching closely towards oneness, towards overcoming the anything. And that's going to be amazing. Yes, now we can turn the page. So now we're going to read about the beautiful section, which is going to take us deeper, the true nature of space and time. Let's read it.
Now consider this. If there were nothing but silence, it wouldn't exist for you. You know what it is. Only when sound appears does silence come into being. Similarly, if there were only space without any objects in space, it wouldn't exist for you. Imagine yourself as a point of consciousness floating in the vastness of space. No stars, no galaxies, just emptiness. Suddenly, space wouldn't be vast anymore. It wouldn't be there at all. There would be no speed, no movement from here to there. At least 2 points of reference are needed for distance and space to come into being. Space comes into being the moment the one becomes two, and as the two becomes the 10,000 things, as Lao Tse calls the manifested world, space becomes more and more vast. So world and space arise simultaneously.
So are we clear on this? That the manifested is happening only when there's no sense of oneness. That's when you have objectified things and you want this, when you want that. When there's oneness, अब जो चाहोगे वो मिलेगा ही मिलेगा. अपने आप मैनिफेस्ट हो जाएगा, because there's oneness. एफर्ट नहीं करना पड़ेगा. अभी हमें एफर्ट करना पड़ता है मैनिफेस्टेशन करने के लिए. क्यों? oneness ही नहीं है. So let's understand that you and I'm coming in a life where we become so one with everything, where everything is so beautiful that whatever you want, the unmanifested energy is bhar ke around all of us. We'll get it immediately. You tap, it's there. You think it's there. You think it's there. And we have spoken about this. In a day, there are times when one thing you say and comes true. That's because that time you had oneness. And that's what we're inching towards. There will come a time when you won't even have to manifest, and you'll all say, "Arey, ab to apne aap automatically aa jata hai." Because that means you're high. Now you're resonating in a very high frequency. And many of us have already come there. Many of us are coming there. And many of us are continuing to come. And we will come. Because we know that we are believers. So everything is possible in our world. Yes, let's read the next two paragraphs together.
Nothing could be without space, yet space is nothing. Before the universe came into being, before the Big Bang, if you like, there wasn't a vast empty space waiting to be filled. There was no space as there was no thing. There was only the unmanifested, the one. When the one became the 10,000 things, suddenly space seemed to be there and enabled the many to be. Where did it come from? Was it created by God to accommodate the universe? Of course not. Space is nothing, so it was never created. Go out on a clear night and look up at the sky. The thousands of stars you can see with your naked eye are no more than infinitesimal fraction of what is there. 1,000 million galaxies can already be detected with the most powerful telescopes, each galaxy an island universe containing thousands of millions of stars. Yet, what is even more awe-inspiring is the infinity of the space itself, the depth and stillness that allows all that magnificence to be. Nothing could be more awe-inspiring and majestic than the inconceivable vastness and stillness of space. Yet what that is? Emptiness, vast emptiness.
So we talk about universe. There are many universes. There are over 100,000 million galaxies. And you are not even a micro dot. And you think your life is everything. Great, wonderful. That's what we've come as. Let's feel it. But why Tera Mera? Why not be one? Why not keep being awe-inspired by your life every moment? Why not live in a life of gratitude all the time? Why not allow that deep conscious breathing, your pranayams, your stillness, your silence? Why not intertwine them into oneness and then feel, oh, everything is one. Yeah, it's all great. Sab bahut badhiya, sab bahut badhiya. Whatever I want, I get. Why? Because I am one with the universe. And there's nothing called distinction. The minute we start having distinction, we are putting boundaries and barriers around us. Let's start enjoying this majestic cosmos, being a part of it. We are part of it, it's a part of us. Let's imagine a world whole and complete. Yes, let's continue. Anju? Okay, she's gone
Yeah.
still. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, now it's fine. Okay, she's again still. Let me read it. What appears to us as space in our universe, perceived through the mind and the senses, is unmanifested itself, externalized. It is the body of God. And the greatest miracle is this, that stillness and vastness that enables universe to be is not just out there in space, it is also within you. When you're utterly, totally present, you encounter it as a still inner space of the mind, of no mind. The mind is not working. You are just enjoying the stillness, the inner space, the feeling of bliss. Within you, it is vast in depth, not an extension. Spatial extension is ultimately a misperception of infinite depth, an attribute of the one transcendental reality. What is it, one reality? That we all one. It's all one. One energy, everything is one. It's just very, very vast. It's not an extension. It's just vast. There's space around us everywhere. Now, the spatial extension is ultimately a misperception. Why? Because trying to make a boundary or defining it, right? But it is vast, that's infinite. You can't define it. Now, we have space inside us, we have space outside us. We have space inside us and outside. We have vastness inside us and outside. What are we now resonating at? Think about it. The next question is, according to Einstein, space and time, I don't really understand it. I think he's saying that time is a fourth dimension of space. He calls it the space-time continuum. Let's read about this.
Yes. What you perceive externally as space and time are ultimately illusory, but they contain a core of truth. They are the two essential attributes of God, infinity and eternity, perceived as if they had an external existence outside you. Within you, both space and time have an inner equivalent that reveals their true nature as well as your own. Whereas space is the still, infinitely deep realm of no mind, the inner equivalent of time is presence, awareness of the eternal now. Remember that there is no distinction between them. When space and time are realized within as the unmanifested, no mind and presence, external space and time continue to exist for you, but they become much less important. The world too continues to exist for you, but it will not bind you anymore.
It will not bind us anymore because now we are one. Now we are absolutely comfortable. There's no illusion whatsoever. We know we are God and God is us. We know we are space and space is us. So just understand that now we are coming to a point where we're infinitely available of the deeper realms of our being. Hamare andar is so many realms. We talked about these realms yesterday also. But the best part to experience them is pulling yourself in higher consciousness and just being aware. When you are aware, you're highly conscious, then whatever you want comes true. And because it's not a mental clutter. Yes, last paragraph, please.
Hence, the ultimate purpose of the world lies not within the world, but in transcendence of the world. Just as you would not be conscious of the space if there were no objects in the space, the world is needed for the unmanifested to be realized. You may have heard the Buddhist saying, if there were no illusion, there would be no enlightenment. It is through the world and ultimately through you that the unmanifested knows itself. You are here to enable the divine purpose of the universe to unfold. That is how important you are.
So now Asmeet's question comes in place. There's no reason to manifest. But is it true? Do we not tell a child when he's in 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, क्या बनना है बड़े होकर? क्या पढ़ना है? Or do we go in an open पाठशाला and say जो पढ़ना है बस पढ़ लो? So it is important to have some manifestation, some dreams, some higher, though it could feel an illusion, but you are in this world as a human being, and you will enable the divine purpose of the universe to unfold through you, because you are the vehicle that your soul has chosen to further its journey. Soul को और कुछ करना है वो आपके थ्रू करेंगे. अगर उसको unmanifested वैसे ही रखना होता तो आपकी life, why would it have chosen you? You are the only link for the soul to make the unmanifested into manifestation. Yes, we are playing the game of life. Why do I keep saying every morning? Let's play the game of life. जो आएगा दिखा जाएगा. सांप सीढ़ी खेलते हैं when we play 6 what happens? The snake bites you, you come down right from 95, you come down to 6, 7. Then you go up again and again the ladder from like 15 to like 99. Right? That's how life is. Up and downs are part of our life. If there are no downs, we will never realize the value of ups. So please, let's play the game of life. Please, let's manifest. But again and again, be in the centering now. Keep saying the power of now. Bring yourself in now. When you're too futuristic or when you're too in your past, you're not in the now. You're missing the very important moment now. Now is when you're germinating, you're putting seeds of your future. So please play this game now at this point. And this now keeps changing. Time is the only constant, right? That's what they keep saying. Because time, it's just changing all the time, constant changing. Baki kuch bhi constant nahi, constant in life. Everything is changing. At the moment while I'm talking and you guys sitting and you're also hearing, so many changes are going inside your body. So yes, everything is relative, but one the absolute. Ultimately, we are the absolute. All of us are God. हम बाहर खोज रहे हैं, गुरुद्वारे जा रहे हैं, मंदिर जा रहे हैं, मस्जिद जा रहे हैं, चर्च जा रहे हैं. हमारे अंदर है यार, जो है वो एक पावर हमारे अंदर है कि ये किसने बाउंड्रीज बनाई? ह्यूमन बींग्स ने बनाई ना, कि तुम एक सिख हो, मैं एक मुस्लिम हो, तुम एक मारवाड़ी हो, तुम एक हिंदू हो. Who's made this? That's why I say religion is nice, but it's not everything. Spirituality is everything. So yes, go for religion. It's got some beauty. Religion, it was made so that you and me can have a journey of learning and taking our books. Understand what is in the religion. Don't become a blind fool of being guided by people and following it like blindly. Jainism is beautiful, but उसमें इतने सारे उन्होंने वो add-ons कर दिए, it's become complicated for a younger generation to practice it. So just see, what are you practicing at? What are you resonating at? Every religion is beautiful. What are you looking at is what is up to you. Just resonate at a very beautiful thing. Pandit ji लोग बोलते हैं ये पूजा करो, ये करो. अरे, do what you. Don't go in this illusion world. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what the book's trying to say. I'm not even saying that. The next section is even more beautiful. Next page, please. Next page is about conscious death. Now, what is conscious death? Let's understand that each one of us is here playing this game. And now, what is this conscious death? Let's understand this. Over to you, Anju.
Conscious death. Apart from dreamless sleep, which I mentioned already, there is there is one other involuntary portal. It opens up briefly at the time of physical death. Even if you have missed all the other opportunities for spiritual realization during your lifetime, one last portal will open up for you immediately after the body has died. There are countless accounts by people who had a visual impression of this portal as radiant light and then returned from what is commonly known as a near death experience. Many of them also spoke of a sense of blissful serenity and deep peace. In the Tibetan Book of the Dead, it is described as the luminous splendor of the colorless light of emptiness, which it says is your own true self. This portal opens up only very briefly, and unless you have already encountered the dimension of the unmanifested in your lifetime, you will likely miss it. Most people carry too much residual resistance, too much fear, too much attachment to sensory experience, too much identification with the manifested world. So they see the portal, turn away in fear, and then lose consciousness. Most of what happens after that is involuntary and automatic. Eventually, there will be another round of birth and death. Their presence wasn't strong enough yet for conscious immorality.
So immortality. So
Immortality.
very important, yes, very important for all of us to understand that the portals are always opening up for us when we are rising in our consciousness. So consciously we have to raise our consciousness. Now that means raising our awareness. Now, a lot of you have seen movies where they show what happens after a body leaves, it stops breathing. It becomes, because we are mortals, right? A lot of people have shared the experiences that there's a radiant light. It's all about light. They find this huge light. It's a fresh world, as if it's just how beautiful it is. You can't even imagine. So when I met my brother after he crossed over, he said, I wish you could come and see this world here. It's beautiful. It's so bright. I wish you could experience it for just a little while, because it's absolutely radiant, bright, beautiful. So just understand that you're looking at something with so much of beauty. What are we scared of dying? Ultimately, it's a pattern of life, right? We don't learn our lessons in one life. We have to reincarnate and learn the lessons. A lot of us keep closing to some things. We are close to something. We will learn them again. A lot of us have discord with our relatives or friends or partners. You will be born again with that person to finish off that cord of discontent. The day you are one with everyone, jisne bhi jo kiya, you forgive them and move on. That is the time you can really move on. So please understand, do not have any residual resistance whatsoever. No fear, nothing. No too much of attachment. That's why surrendering is very important. No too much identification with this, that. Yes, it's nice to manifest, but not lose yourself into the manifestation world. Not become so attached to it that you just lost it. Whatever happens for its own good time. It's automatically involuntary. Trust the process of life. Actually, there should be no karmic account only, Ajay and Anju. There should be none. We don't want to have karma. That's what we want to finish ourselves off. Karma yoga, yes, but not karma. So you don't, and what you're talking about is yes. If I have discord with you and I can't forgive you, you can't forgive me, you and me will be born again next life, because we have to learn the lesson. इसलिए तू मैं नहीं होना चाहिए. If you have to forgive. बड़प्पन, I me and am की जगह कि उसने sorry बोला तो मैंने forgive किया. No. We have to move on. People will do so much to you. Just understand that's what they're resonating at. You are a high frequency. Just move on. Just move on. So let's understand there is birth and death every time. Even your body is dying and being born. Even now, cells are dying. A part of you is dying and is being born. When the day closes, it becomes night. Every morning is a new morning. It's a circle of life. So people are like, डर लगता है बहुत, death हो जाएगी, हमारे पीछे से क्या होगा? कुछ नहीं होता. I've seen it very up close like this. कुछ नहीं होता. Rishi crossed over 13th day. पापा का factory का नया गृह factory के प्रवेश से whatever new factory began, he went for it. can't, it doesn't stop. What are we so scared about? So learn to accept life the way it is and don't have ki mere bina kuch nahi ho sakta. The thing about this chapter is why conscious death, that we are being told very categorically, it's not about I, me, and am. It's not about you. It's not about your resistance. It's not about the fear. It's not about the attachment. It's about oneness. If I find Anju and I am one, she's done whatever to me, I've done whatever to her. We are one, yeah, it doesn't matter. We are one. And there's no grievance, then I'm living a life actually. So let's understand, let's become automatic, let's become amazing. Let's just live our life beautifully. Every day celebrate something. Keep talking positive, keep affirming, keep realizing yourself that I'm present and okay, I'm aware, I'm centered, I'm balanced, I'm aligned. I am going for silence, I'm going for meditation, I'm going for which kind of meditation. It depends upon you. It doesn't matter. You don't have to sit in sadhana to do meditation. When you start enjoying life beautifully, when you start being present, that is when you will have the conscious immortality. Nothing matters. The next question was, so going through this portal does not mean annihilation. So answer is?
As with all the other portals, your radiant true nature remains, but not the personality. In any case, whatever is real or of true value in your personality is your true nature shining through. This is never lost. Nothing that is of value, nothing that is real is ever lost. Approaching death and death itself, the dissolution of the physical form, is always a great opportunity for spiritual realization. This opportunity is tragically missed most of the time since we live in a culture that is almost totally ignorant of death, as it is almost totally ignorant of anything that truly matters. Every
It's so strange. People are scared of death all the time. Even people who have lived a very large number of age, they're scared of death. They don't want to lose their loved ones. हम अकेले हो जाएंगे तो क्या होगा? So approaching death and death itself, the dissolution of the physical form, is always a great opportunity for spiritual realization. A lot of people who've had near-death experiences, ekdam se bati jal jati hai. Because now that is a time when spiritually they're like getting realized. But we are missing this fact which is coming to us every other day because we're ignorant of death. We are not ready to embrace it. Please do not be ignorant. Even though I know I'm going to live till 143 and I'm going to go at 121 years after togetherness with him, yet I know today if I were to die, it's absolutely okay. क्या होने वाला है? कुछ नहीं होने वाला. You guys will say, oh, money the other trust में पड़ा हुआ है, हम तो course complete नहीं हुआ. At the most वो होने वाला है. You'll say, okay, nothing changes in the world. You will live your life. I will live my life, which is as a, up in there. So realize one thing, don't be so attached to this world of life. Live it beautifully, create relationships. Because ultimately when you die, only thing that will count is what you have given to the world. Have you given love? Have you been the light? Or you have been a rude parent or a rude partner or a shrewd boss? Only your goodness, your virtues will stay. How much you have in the bank balance will make a difference to the people who are inheriting from you. And they will not speak great about that. That's just their selfish interest. So please be the channels of love and light. Start sharing your light. Yes, the last bit.
Every portal is a portal of death, the death of the false self. When you go through it, you cease to derive your identity from your psychological, mind made form. You then realize that death is an illusion, just as your identification with form was an illusion. The end of illusion, that's all that death is. It is painful only as long as you cling to the illusion.
So how many of you have done PLR and felt you've died and, seen your life and then come back? So was it bad? If anyone's done it, you can always raise your hand and share your experience. Thank you so much, sir, for showcasing this book. Thank you so much. Let's just have 2 minutes of interaction. How many of you felt The death was beautiful and there was not a big deal. The death is really not a big deal. If you're living life every day with a purpose, with loving your life every day, it's just beautiful. So this book is telling us again and again and again, have that oneness with you, yourself, things around you, with people around you. And then you're okay for whatever is coming your way. So thank you, my dear Anju, for reading so beautifully for all of us. This beautiful, beautiful book. And it was absolutely amazing. So subconscious mind. When people don't raise their hands, I'm going to be reading. Yeah, thank you, Prakash. You heard me so well. I haven't seen you and met you in ages. So yeah, lovely. Today is about subconscious mind. In order to reprogram the subconscious mind, you need to relax the body, release the tension, let the emotions go, get to a state of oneness and receptivity. You're always in charge. You're always safe. How beautiful. My life is a joy. So we are talking about death. So even that is joyful. Your life is just not your life as Prakash and Jigisha. Your life is your soul's life. You're just a page in the book of the soul's journey, just a page. So it's joyful. Yes, please. Let's read.
Hi Prachi, how are you?
Very well. Good morning.
आज सोचा होगा कि ये क्या सोचे 10 तारीख ये पड़ेगा
I'm happy to hear from you.
अच्छा और ये सोचे कि और कुछ मांगा हो तो वो भी मिल जाता
You're funny. As always.
So Khawateen और हज़रात, here's the hard thought of the day. My life is a joy. Your subconscious mind does not know true from false or right from wrong. You never want to say something like, oh, stupid, old I am, old me, because the subconscious mind picks up on it, and after you say it a while, you begin to feel that way. You begin to believe that you are saying, don't joke about yourself, deprecate yourself, or make derogatory remark about life, because that is not going to create good experiences for you.
How beautiful.
I'm the
So,
best, so it is.
yes, you are the best. So it is. We all are the best. So it is. So please, let's be very conscious of what we are saying. Very, very, very conscious. You know, I gave an example yesterday also that I said something out of ignorance. It's running true. I'm now having to break that cycle and say, no, it is, people are receptive. So if you start seeing my life as a joy, so it is. If you start saying, oh, stupid old me, arey kya galti kar di, arey dumb, that will be staying in your body for such a long time and for galtiyan pe galtiyan hoti jayenge. So don't take yourself so seriously, but don't, don't deprecate yourself. Don't say derogatory stuff, especially not about you. When you have to do something like an affirmation, please reprogram your subconscious mind. Please relax yourselves. Today we'll in fact do that. Let's do that for a meditation. Before that, if anybody has any sharing, we're happy to hear. Thank you, sir, for showcasing this book, and thank you, Prakash, for being your witty self and reading this beautiful stuff. You should become the witty master if you're joining the next batch. We need to have some jokes in the morning, yeah? So amazing, more power to us. So what do you want to meditate about? Anything particular, or should I meditate on the subconscious mind? What is it that you want? If anybody's having any challenges in life, please, please, please be open. We are very comfortable. You can send me a private message. I'm happy. Tomorrow, Badri, you're going to read for us. I'm missing your voice as well. So, all right. Let's go for this. Let's see our postures. Our back straight. Our feet firmly placed, grounded, rooted. Hands on our laps, facing heavenwards. A soft smile on our faces, eyes closed. Take a deep breath in, fill your lungs with love. Expand yourself. And as you exhale, see the gap and exhale. Enjoy the process of breathing. Inhale a deep breath. You're full of love. You're seeing, observing the gap. Exhale. Observe the gap. Inhale. Gently exhale. Life is about living heartfully. Life is about living mindfully. Life is all about being substantial, living substantially. We are in this journey of our life, going through different directions, different paths, traversing absolutely new territories, all coming to one single point, realization, elevating our consciousness, being more aware of now. We're reprogramming our brain every single day. Our mind is changing because we are affirming. We all are better versions of ourselves simply because every day we're affirming, creatively visualizing, feeling it, and seeing them come true. Let's take a conscious decision not to belittle ourselves in front of ourselves or others. Let's learn to appreciate every single thing about us. Be it your scalp, your hair, your face, your neck. As I'm scanning the body part, say one good thing about that body part of yours. Shoulders, arms, back, chest, heart, lungs, gut area, hips, thighs, calves, soles, and your hands. Just tilt your head a bit up as if facing heavenwards, hands in receiving Gyan Mudra, and feel that light gushing in your body. Such bright, radiant, luminous light. It's flooding you, washing you. This light is just so brilliant, so bright, it's blinding also. It's just flooding into you, every part of your being. It's flowing. It's turning when it goes to the foot and turns back to go up. That circle of light is so strong in your body. You have become the carrier of this light. So the trillions of pores in your body, the light is emanating outside in the world. You've become a ball of light. This light is increasing from your body. 6 inches, 12, 18, 24, 36, 48, 60. From all directions, from 5 feet above, 5 feet below, 5 feet on the left and 5 on the right. A circle of light is enveloped around you. You are in its epicenter, seeing all the brightness, feeling the warmth, the tingling. May you be the channel of love and light. May you brighten the world around you. May you be the messenger of all things positive. May you make people feel, trust, believe in themselves. This world needs your light. You are the light. You are the light. You are the light. This world needs this abundance of love that your heart holds. The love that you have, bhar bhar ke. Share it with the world. Make them smile, make them happy. You yourself will feel your soul is dancing, a happy dance. Feel that love. Let your heart grow bigger and bigger. See its realms, the concentric shape of that beautiful heart of yours. The aura is developing. You are love, 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 and love. You share your love with the world, whether known, whether unknown. Together, you have a strong sense of oneness. One with Mother Earth, one with space, one with air, one with water, one with fire, one with earth. You are one. Enjoy the sound of silence. Enjoy the space inside and outside. Feel the oneness. No conscious effort. If you can feel it normally, great. If you can't, this too shall come. I am silence. I am space. I am universe. Aham Brahmasmi. I am blessed. Let's bow down our heads in gratitude towards Mother Earth, Janani Janmabhoomi, Ma Prakriti, Sister Gaia of the Maharishis. Dear Mother Earth, thank you for manifesting as a planet, for allowing us souls radiating on the lower frequency to be ready for the ascension. Each one of us here is raising our consciousness. Each one of us here is promising to ourselves to help raise consciousness of others by sharing our love, by sharing our light, by being the channels of love and light. We all coming together just to feel and witness the bliss. Thank you for being a provider of all things wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now let's look at a life level. Thank our wonderful life for whatever it's done for us. The big curves, the Big Bang Theory began us all. And our life began as we, the souls, took over life. We developed our own life of ours. Let's pray for this life to be absolutely magical, where we do something for the community, the world, and we have one accountability, responsibility for ourselves, to be the channels of love and light, to feel the eternal love, to feel the light. So it is. Let's expand our hands towards the universe above. Dear universe, thank you for having our back. Dear life, thank you for having our back. Dear divine celestial beings, the masters who ascended up, the teachers in this life or the past, in this realm or the others, thank you for your guidance. Thank you for your teachings. We are learning every day. And thank you for showering us with your choicest of blessings. Thank you for sending angels for showing us guidances. Thank you for sending us these beautiful guardians who protect us with all their might. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Expand our angel heart. I am love. I am light. I am open and receptive to all the love, guidance, and abundances, all the universes. Wherever I turn, prosperity follows. I live my life counting my blessings because I am love. I am light. Let's fold our hands in gratitude from everything from Mother Earth to the heavens above for a wonderful life. Now let's fold them together, rub them, feel the energy flow. Bless your head, your face, your neck, shoulders, arms, upper back, middle back, lower back, hips, lungs, heart, chest, liver, stomach, intestines, gallbladder, kidneys, uterus, sexual organs, excretory organs, thighs, knees, calves, soles. Come back up. Hands again folded. Dear trillions of cells in my body, thank you for reinventing yourselves. Dear water in my body, thank you for always being there and hearing whatever I say. I'm becoming more sound about you. I am training my subconscious mind and I know you are the channel. Whatever I see is completely soaked by cells and water. The space inside me, thank you for allowing me to be present and aware of it. To the trillions of cells, the hundreds and thousands of blood circulation system, which you're also part of the water world. I realize that I am made of 5 elements. To the fire in my belly, which makes me learn something new, evolve as a person. I am grateful for the earth element. I am blessed. The muscles, tissues, fibers, glands, bones, skin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And dearest beautiful body, please let's resonate at a higher spiritual energy where everything is possible. Please let's discard all things toxic, be it thoughts, be it weight. We don't need any negativity because I am positive, positively in love. My attitude is all about embracing everything as one, and so it is. And the energy that flows inside me, the light that flows inside me, the love that is pervading inside me. Let's now bless our loved Sangha, their loved ones, and all beings in Mother Earth. Let's share our love. Let's share our light. Let's share our blessings of abundance, our healing blessings. And so it is. Blessings for you, Sanya, Prashant, Jitendra ji, Asmeet, Kripa, Naveen, Rigu, Nisha, Ajay, Anju, Yanji, Ushaji, Selesh, Alona, Prakash, Jigisha, Sapna, Mudita, Badri, Bharadbhai, Nikita, Prachi, Rohini ji, Pratima ji, Shubhra, Archana, Mitu, Bhuvan, Sunita, Mom, Poonam, Akshay, Shivani, Niriksha, Raviji, Ankur, Reena, Chandra, Shivangi, Kuldeep ji, Hina, Alifia, Shalu, Richa, Shelly, Seema, Kavita, Born 121 for Life, Gaurav Jain, Parul Chawla, Richa. And to you, thank you, Rahul sir, for hosting the session. To Ritesh sir, Amrita, Sanjay sir, Shweta for having our back. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. God bless you. Have an absolutely fantastic special Saturday. Mine is going to be an amazing one. So I'm sure yours too will. So lots of love, light, and abundance. Take care. Stay safe. See you tomorrow morning at 5. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.